Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, so House Republicans investigating Joe Biden and his financial dealings as part of their impeachment inquiry have now extended it to see if somehow Joe Biden committed an impeachable offense by if he had advised Hunter Biden not to testify in front of Congress and ignore a congressional subpoena. Funny, Jim Jordan ignored a congressional subpoena, yet he hasn't been impeached from anything, has he? But let's not let inconvenient little facts like that get in the way of a good narrative. So basically, Hunter Biden showed up for the subpoena, but didn't actually go in to testify. He instead held a press conference outside saying that he would testify in front of Congress as long as it was a public testimony, and the Republicans denied that. During a White House briefing, the White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, said that certainly the president was certainly familiar with what his son was going to say. Well, the GOP have now leapt on that, saying, oh, well, if he knew that his son wasn't going to testify, maybe Biden advised him not to testify, and we're going to impeach him for that. Ha! We've got him now. Insert evil laughter here. I have to entertain myself sometimes. Anyways, what's the energy around this? Have the Republicans... do the Republicans feel like they finally have their smoking gun after all these years of investigation? Okay, well, first thing that we get is the devil card. The Republicans, this isn't about anything that Biden's done. It's never been about anything Biden has done. This is about what Donald Trump wants. Donald Trump is having a poo-poo pants moment that he's been impeached twice, and Biden's never been impeached, and Biden needs to be impeached because Hunter Biden, Trump's just having a tantrum, and they've chained themselves willingly to Donald Trump, Comer and Jordan here. So they're going to do what Trump tells them to do. Trump wants Biden impeached. That's what they're going to do, because that's what dear leader wants. Crossed with the betrayal. It's again, Jim Jordan. Donald Trump betrayed the United States. He led an insurrection against the United States. And in the investigation by the January 6th committee, Jim Jordan was subpoenaed by the committee and he never showed up. And his story keeps changing about whether he was in contact with Donald Trump on January 6th. So, it's really interesting how Jim Jordan can say that Joe Biden should be impeached if he tried to talk his son Hunter out of going to a congressional subpoena and testifying in front of Congress, yet he himself has never testified in front of Congress. And I'm sure that more than one Republican member of the House is going to point that out to him. The hypocrisy yet again. But they're going to run with this one. This is their, they've got this new motion, this new energized feeling like, oh, we finally got him. Here's their stick. We've got the thing that we can stick to Joe Biden. We've got him this time. In the past, you got the Eight of Swords. Trump wanted these investigations. They are duty bound, loyalty bound to support Donald Trump, but there's no there. So they're kind of bound and forced to do this, even though they look ridiculous doing it. But this latest revelation with Hunter Biden saying no, he won't testify behind closed doors, he wants it open to the public, they're going to make that their mission. Mind you, that's a pretty weak mission. Wouldn't you, if you really thought you had something, wouldn't you want all the Republicans out there, all the MAGAs, all the Fox viewers to see it in real time? Since they don't, it kind of implies that they don't really have anything. Current situation is the High Priestess, the wisdom. It's asking the questions and getting the answers. So right now they are asking the White House to provide any documentation stuff like that to see if Joe Biden advised Hunter Biden to not testify in front of Congress. That's where we're at right now. I suspect the Biden administration will comply with that document request, because if indeed telling Hunter Biden not to testify in front of Congress is a impeachable offense, then they are duty bound to provide information on that. It's going to be more of a fishing expedition on there. We'll see if they actually get something, but that's where they're going at right now. The high priestess, this is the current situation. The high priestess is a card of ask questions, get answers. So that's where we're at right now. Overarching is the moon. That's why I'm saying it's a fishing expedition. They don't know what they're going to get. They're hoping they get something. They have no clue what they're looking for. This literally is throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what will stick. And maybe, just maybe, they'll get lucky and find something in those emails that they can use against Joe Biden. But the burden of proof is going to be difficult. It looks like whatever they're going to get to try and use this against Joe Biden is going to be incredibly difficult. You would imagine Joe Biden, the White House lawyers were talking about him, what he could and could not do, what's impeachable or not. And I'm sure he followed whatever the White House lawyers were guiding him to do to make impeachment on this incredibly difficult, if not extremely unlikely. The outcome is the Page of Pentacles. I think they're going to take whatever they get from this and they're going to present it to the American people to see, how the outrageometer, I'm making up words now, how the outrage comes with this. But it's a page. It's not a king. It's not a queen. It's not an ace. It's a page. It's about as tepid information as they could possibly get from this. So they're going to go fishing. I don't think they're going to get a big catch out of this one. There's probably really nothing that they're going to get out of this that they will be able to weaponize. But they're going to play up that they're going to get stuff and play up the stuff. They could say that they got the things and, it's explosive, and build up the base that way. But then they'll never reveal what it is that they have that they said was so explosive. You know what I mean? Or they'll say like, we got this information and this is giving us new avenues to investigate. Remember, it's not about producing a product. It's about keeping the narrative ongoing that somehow Joe Biden is corrupt. Remember how the game is played. This isn't about proving Joe Biden's corrupt. There's nothing there to prove with. Maybe if they get lucky, they find something, but there's really nothing there to prove it. It's about the messaging, about keeping the messaging that, he could be corrupt. We're still looking. We're finding stuff. It's leading to further investigations. Stay tuned. It's like Hillary's 30,000 emails type of thing. All the way back to the call to Zelensky for Ukrainian aid. If he just announces an investigation into Hunter Biden, and Trump and his GOP colleagues will do the rest. Okay. So it doesn't look like they get... It's like, let's just ask. Do they get anything? Do they actually get anything that they can impeach Joe Biden on? Nope. It's out in the cold. They look and they get whatever they're asking for, but there's no there. Oh, there's your messaging. They're going to say there's a there, but they're going to leave people out in the cold. Okay, so we got the government or big organizations and leaving people out in the cold. So their investigation is going nowhere. And this is going to be the Republicans. This is the investigation into the Biden corruption that they're saying, they're being they're investigating stuff like that. They're going to keep investigating. They're going to imply that they're finding some stuff that's leading to investigations, but really they're barely holding on to this thing the way it is. There's nothing of value. Nothing's expanding. It's contracting, because pretty much anything that they're doing that could expand it, dead ends. And they're running out of time. But something like this buys them time, which they're running out of. They need to make it, basically, they need to make it to the 2024 elections. That's what's going on here. This could be a Jack Smith card. There could be something else going on here. But keeping it to the function of this, will they get Biden on anything? No. They're going to say they did, but really they're just trying to buy time before the elections happen. They are just trying desperately to make it to the elections. Because if the elections happen and Trump gets in there, God forbid, then, all their problems go away. The other thing that could be on there with the King of Swords and the 4 coins is, remember, Trump's not the only one who was involved in the insurrection. Trump had all sorts of help from Congress. And I would imagine that Mr. Comer and Mr. Jordan might know a little bit more about what's going on. I know Mr. Jordan does. Mr. Comer may or may not, but I suspect it's more on the may category than the may not category. So are they going to get Biden on this one? No. There's no there. Anything else, Spirit, you want us to know about this? Oh, will Hunter Biden... All right, here's what I want to know. Will Hunter Biden actually be able to testify? There's the Ace of Swords just popping up in front of Congress on the open floor as opposed to behind closed doors. Will Hunter Biden actually testify in front of an open Congress? Now, I wonder if that'll happen before 2024, but will he be able to testify open in front of Congress? There's the death card. Let's do a 6 card and we'll finish it. And the Queen of Wands. If he does testify in front of it, it's probably going to be either at the end of the investigation or it could bring an end to the investigation. I don't think they want him to... the Republicans don't want him to do it, because if he testifies, it's just going to show that they don't have anything there. It's going to bring an end to it. King of Pentacles. Trump might want it, though. If they've got nothing else to do, if they're at the end of their investigation, they may relent and allow for that testimony because Trump wants it to distract against everything else that's going on. In the past, we have the betrayal. This came up earlier. The whole investigation into Biden is a betrayal against the United States. And even Hunter Biden not testifying behind closed doors is a betrayal because he ignored their subpoena. Now, he wants it even, let's do it in front of everybody, which is going to lead to this. Current situation. Illusion and delusion. It's kind of be careful what you wish for, you may get it. So if he does testify, they're going to put him on the hot seat. They are, it's going to be, if everybody gets 5 minutes, it's 5 minutes of the Republicans just beating this guy down. But he feels that if he's testifying, he's showing folks what's going on. He's being open and transparent. And I think that brings an end to their case because he shows that they don't have anything. It's going to be contentious. It'll be contentious if he does it. Queen of Swords. Yeah, I honestly think it's going to be happening. We've got the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords here. Will he get his day in court? I do believe he will. And people will have to decide. Decisions will be made based on his testimony. It's going to bring an end to things. I got the death card in this. I do think it'll bring an end to the investigation, but I also think the Republicans are absolutely going to skewer Hunter Biden during his time there. During his time testifying. 9 of Wands as the outcome. Again, I think Hunter Biden comes out of it. I think he's beaten and bruised. they will probably try and bring more legal charges against him based on his testimony, but it's kind of like he gets through this and it's like the worst is behind him. He's got another battle to come, but he stands and fights and he survives. And again, I think Trump is the one who's driving all of this. So will Hunter Biden get to testify? Yes, he will. I think his testimony will bring an end to the case. We'll all be able to see that what's there and what's not there. He's going to testify and answer questions. He's going to be absolutely skewered by the GOP with this. It's going to bring an end to the case, but it's also going to just absolutely cause problems for Hunter Biden with stuff that comes out of that. They're going to want to bring more charges, more investigations and stuff, and he's going to be waiting for it. Now, come 2025, if the Democrats take over the House, these investigations stop. So most likely they stop, assuming that there's no there, which I don't think there will be. And it's just kind of waiting to see if 2025 is going to happen or what else will happen with this. Will he testify? I think he will, and I think it'll be over the summertime. Because Trump's going to want to weaponize this for the upcoming election. If they're going to impeach Joe Biden, they're going to want to do it near election time to show the Republican base that, yes, we did it. We impeached Joe Biden. Haha. Aren't we super awesome? That Hunter Biden, he's a terrible person. Well, let's see. I really didn't see any there. After all this is done, will the GOP, does the energy look like the GOP will impeach Joe Biden? Will they be successful, or will they attempt to impeach Joe Biden after Hunter Biden's testimony? There's that betrayal card again. That's probably a yes. Let's see. Knight of Wands continuing forward with the plan. There's their Ace of Wands, haha. And the Knight of Cups. Yeah. They will attempt to impeach Joe Biden after the Hunter Biden testimony. It's a betrayal. There's no there, but they don't care. This is all about appeasing Donald Trump and scoring political points. They're trying to steal an election. So they're going to say, Hunter Biden admitted that, he did these crimes, which means Joe Biden is guilty. So we're going to proceed with our impeachment against Joe Biden. And now we're going to present this this cup of sewage to the American people. It goes nowhere. It's not going to go anywhere in the Senate. It just won't. The Democrats control the Senate. You need 60 or 66 folks in the Senate to vote against it, to vote to remove Biden. It never is going to happen because there's no crime there. Political theater at its finest. And by finest, I mean at its worst. That's the energy right now. We'll see what happens if this all pans out. Hunter Biden actually does testify, not behind closed doors, but in public for everyone to see in front of Congress, and how it goes from there. But it's going to be a show, if you know what I mean. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind words and your shares and everything you do to help feed the algorithm such that my video makes it out to a wider audience. To new viewers, new subscribers to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.